Hi guys, welcome back to Botanical Woman. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Christine, and today we're going to be doing my first pot with me, or repot with me. On the table are the candidates for this repotting show, and most of these I got from trading or some kind of trade event. And let's go through the candidates. The first one is a Philodendron Rio that I got from Ashley through the Facebook group Broke Plant Traders. And if you watched my swap video, you would have known about this group already, but basically it's a place on Facebook where you just trade plants with people. That's all they really do, except on Wednesdays they do grant wishes. So the group is now open for you to join. Previously it was kept a secret, so you couldn't find it shortly after I posted that swap video. Anyway, awesome group, go join. You get all these goodies on the table. Well, most of these goodies on the table is from that group. So we're gonna repot this baby because the roots are sticking out, trying to escape. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put it in this kitty cat. It's not that big, so we'll have to repot it again, probably, I don't know, in the spring. Okay, these two are Ric Racs that I have been hunting down, finally got them, and they've been propagating. So when I initially propagated these, I did not have any cocoa peat. All I had was succulent mix, and they've been rooting in there for, I don't know, month and a half, let's just say. And they're not happy. I think it dries out too quickly, so we need to pot it up into something that stays moist a little bit longer. And the same thing with these two. I got all of these at the same time. Fern, a leaf cactus. This is also, I believe, a fern leaf cactus. I'm not entirely sure. There's a way to tell, like, you know, the shark fin one is one where it's like, there's a shelf and then an anchor, and then the leaf fin is just, you know, kind of diagonally across. And this Ric Rac is supposed to be more like a zigzag. So I've heard, but they've been growing all sorts of weird shapes. So I don't know. If you think you have a better sense of how to differentiate these three, leave in the comments below. I would love to know. This I got from a local plant meetup here in Seattle. It is called a Spankapot. You just go to the event, which was my first, but you bring, you know, whatever plants you want to give away essentially. You just leave them on the table and people hang around and talk about plants, asking questions about your plants. And yeah, I picked this one up last time. So it was only one leaf and it's now rooted and has grown a new leaf. So I say that was pretty quick, right? And a new leaf is coming out on its way. Very happy about that. And it's gonna take 10 years for it to, you know, blossom into a pot of plants. Maybe we'll get more later. So 2 begonias, both of which are cane begonias. They're the easiest of the 3 types of begonias that you can grow. There's cane, there is rhizomes, and which are basically tubers. And the other one is Begonia Rex, which both are kind of finicky. Anyway, we could talk about begonias another time if you want me to. Mention in the comment below you would like me to do a video on my begonias. Anyway, this got through a trade. The name is like looking too good begonia. I don't know. Something. We'll look it up and put it in the screen later. But this is very, very much ready to be potted up because the roots are all over it. Oh, and this one is from my good friend Jessica. This is the Begonia Wightii, Instagram famous cane begonia. I want to take it out and see if it needs to be repotted. I think it's probably ready to go in. So, shall we get started? Yeah. Philodendron Rio is up first. So it was previously just potted up in some peat. So sorry, I keep saying peat. It's cocoa peat or cocoa core, or just grind up pieces of cocoa nut shell. Okay, so I carefully try to usually get the roots back through the hole. Yay, slipped right out. Oh wow, that's a lot of roots. That's healthy. Yeah, so I've been trying to tell you guys or share my experience with you is that I've noticed look how great that root development is. It hasn't, I'm gonna look it up exactly how long ago it was ago, but it wasn't that long ago, and that is a lot of roots for the little guy. All right. If you guys wanna know what's in this box, look at the potting soil video. So usually I just put some in the bottom, and then stick it in. You don't want it to be too far in, but you want it to have, you want it to be leveled, basically. Leveled and centered. Easier said than done. You gotta double time it with the double spoon action. Honestly, it's much faster to use your hands. Here we go. Do. This kitty planter is very cute. I broke it though. There's a crack in it. You see? Crack. But look at it. Oh, a sweet face. A sweet face. All right. Push it in with your fingers. And it's ready to go. And it does have a drainage hole, in case those of you wondering. All right, next up, we will check out this Photos. Satin Photos is not the real name. I don't know how to say the scientific. We'll figure it out. Later. So this was definitely much later in the season. I would say sometime in August, maybe early August. But it's been, about a month. So it hasn't been that long. And let's see the root system of this baby. Whoa, yes! Look at that. This is why I urge you guys to get the cocoa peat. Just, these tropical plants love it. Love it. That is a lot of roots. I am so impressed. I wish I had taken a photo for you guys to show you what it looked like before, but it was literally just this leaf with no roots, like it had a nub, and that was it. And look at this. Oh my God, amazing. You go. You do your thing. Oh, I am so impressed. Okay. So let's put it in this pot. I'm not super, I like having nice pots, but because I repot my plants, not like so often, but just I end up having so many plants cycling through here, I can't keep up. I think maybe next spring I will up my pot game, but we'll see what's available. I also don't want to break my bank account to buy pots, because I'd rather have plants, honestly. Okay, just loosening it up a little bit because it really took the shape of the square or rectangular pot. Okay, so be gentle. Let's squish it down a little bit. I want it to fill out this pot more. Oh my God, I am just so impressed with these roots. This is not working out. These roots are too unruly. Look at them. They don't want to go in. Should we just give it? Okay, never mind. Let's just put it in the bigger one. It says it doesn't want to go in there. All right, so always start with some potting mix in the bottom, and then you put it in like this. You happier? I think it's happier. Okay, let's try that. Except this guy. This guy keeps wanting to jump out. Stay in there. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, right, pot game. Yeah, upping my pot game next spring. Or hoping to, anyway. I don't know. Oh, right, I was saying that, like, I'd rather have more plants than fancy pots. Because I want more pots. More pots. More pants. That's what it sounds like I'm saying. Alrighty. That should be good. So we're just gonna water it real well at the end, and it should be quite happy in its new home. Well, let's move on to the Rosales. I'm curious to see what's going on in there. So I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but when I first got these cuttings, I didn't have any of this material, so the only thing I had at the time was succulent mix. So I went ahead and just potted them up in here, and I have noticed that they're not that happy because they're not growing very much, and I think it's just it dries out too quickly for them. So what we're gonna do is just empty this out, mix it back into here, and hopefully it'll be happier with higher amounts of moisture. Because actually Rosales is not really a true cactus. They like a bit of moisture and humidity, and they can't take direct sun. So they like bright and direct light. So the roots are pretty fragile. I don't want to mess with that too much. Maybe I want to put some of this in another space. Seems like. Okay. So mix that around a little bit. That should be fine. Yeah, there's some fertilizing balls in here already from the other day. That was something new that I just bought for my aeroids. All right, so just put some in the bottom. Or actually, I'm going to unpot these other guys as well, so I'm thinking of potting them up together. They do have like little needles that sometimes does get stuck in your finger, and you're just like, what is that? But that's what it is. Don't be alarmed. I like to be really careful squeezing this out. I don't want the whole thing to just flop out, and that has definitely happened before. Maybe I shouldn't have watered this yesterday. It was mighty wet. Ugh. Okay, because if it was dry, it would just fall off easier too. I don't want the worst thing I can think about is like, you know, a piece of it just falling off and it pulls all the roots off with it, and you're just like, yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, so that looks pretty. There's definitely some root action going on. So I don't know if we're gonna publish the other video that we recorded, but I didn't callus those over. And they'd be fine. I don't know why I decided to take that risk. Not smart, Christine. Because look what happened to your pink princess. Gonna have to do a separate video on that. I almost killed my... Oh, so much for that. Trying not to make a mess, and there you go. There's a mess. Now the question is, can these fit together? Because I really want all of this to go into the same pot. I think it could. What do you think? Trying to like get as much off as possible without. So use a square pot. I've been trying to convert to square pots because from a room perspective, it makes more room, or allows for more plants to fit into the same shelf. Look at them, they're just going all over the place. Okay, I know that's fine. The roots literally, I mean, I wish I have one that I just cut and show you guys, but the roots are really like just at the end of the cutting. So, I don't know, they seem really fragile to me, but maybe they're not, because they have to hang off the things, because they're epiphytes. Like they have to hang off a tree like a monkey. So you imagine the roots are pretty deep, tough to do that, no? I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to see them out in the wild. Me and, well, this is actually more Jess's dream, but my friend Jess really wants to go see plants in their natural habitat. And I'm like, that's really cool and all, except that sounds like a lot of work. Like, you know, cut through the jungle and shit. I don't know. Get eaten by snakes, bears. I don't know what there is. All right. That looks okay. Not great, but we'll work with that. And this is the next one. I believe has also been potted up in succulent mix. And how do I know that these guys are not as happy? Because I have other ones that have grown like twice in size over the summer. So I definitely have some cactus needles or something stuck to my shirt. Cause it hurt. Oh, what about this little guy? Oh, and the other, let me show you guys this piece. So the reason why I knew it wasn't happy was because this piece is actually the mother. Well, this piece and this piece is the mother. This is the new baby. And the mother piece completely died. So, too dry. That's how I know. So, hopefully the repotting will help it. Oops, I gotta flip it this way. Yeah, it actually can root just by it laying there on top of the soil. Oh, this has grit in it too. Crikey. Oh, right, because I was trying to make my own succulent mix because we ran out of everything. So like, try to fill it with some grit. Look. Oh man, it's wet and heavy. Oh yeah. The roots are actually quite shallow. Yeah, I guess most epiphytes don't need like a super extensive root system. I'm definitely breaking off some roots, I can see, but hopefully it'll be okay. You can see the roots are very, very thin. Okay, we'll leave these two attached. Let's put it here. And then this is, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we don't want that. I'm gonna pot it up. Now you guys know why there's always dirt everywhere, because I always have to repot something like, I don't know, every other day if I was really on top of it. But some of these you can see it has been overdue, because I really don't like vacuuming every other day. You make a mess and you have to clean it up. Just this constant mess. Okay, so some potting mix at the bottom. And then position these guys in. Why do I like these Risalas so much? I think it's just really cool, you know? When they get really long, they'll hang down. They're kind of hard to work with though. I'm so afraid of like snapping them in half. And really, you don't need a a long cutting. So I think last time when I propagated this, I cut them into 3-inch cuttings. I think that's pretty good. Even 2.5 inch I think is fine, because it literally just roots at the tip. And I don't know, I just feel like you can get away with maybe even 2 inches. I haven't tried. But there you are. There's the other one. Let's do this cactus, this leaf fern. Try to catch some of this. So I just slowly squeeze the pot to loosen the soil, and then slowly pull it out. You can already see all the baby roots. Holy cow, this grew a lot. Okay, maybe it needs like a bigger pot, period. It's happy, all right. This one's really happy relative to the other ones that we just looked at. It's got some roots. Okay, so maybe I'm not gonna mess with that as much. And maybe we could actually put it in this one. Okay, so just empty that out. It's not a perfect science. I just gotta go with it. So it looks like it needs a bigger pot. I'm going to actually just put it in a deeper pot. Yeah, let's put it in a deeper pot for now. It'll be okay. Maybe a little more dirt. The roots just seem so so sensitive to me because they're so thin. Okay, that should be okay. I don't want to shock these guys too much, but I also feel like they're not that sensitive. Not drama queens, which is good. But that was actually really healthy. I am so surprised in comparison to the Ric Rac. I don't know, but super healthy cuttings. This came from a woman from LA. Yeah. She even gave me she threw in a cutting from her wedding bouquet. How sweet is that? All right, begonia time. So with the begonia, I'm not gonna use this potting mix. Instead, begonia's roots are super sensitive. So so instead we're gonna use cocoa peat. All right, let's get this baby loose. There's a lot of roots. So this was overdue for potting. This is a long, I think they're called long strand sphagnum moss, and it's just much more airy, I find. So one thing about propagating in sphagnum moss is it's very difficult to remove it once the roots have attached itself to it. So it's always very puzzling to me how I'm actually supposed to do this without, I guess we're just gonna put some peat moss in and fill up the pot with some cocoa peat, cocoa core, whatever you want to call it, cocoa peat. I just kind of like, go around in circles, push it in with my finger. And when you water it, it will make it more dense as well. So far the begonias are happy in this by itself. Obviously give it nutrients when you're watering. since there's nothing in it, which really I could add some of the fertilizing, slow release fertilizer balls that I have. Like, I can't tell actually how much roots is on this. We will find out. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, you pull too hard, quickly, and it just breaks it. I don't know. It's like good because you don't want it to like, it's good for like not rotting your cutting. I find this sphagnum moss because it's so airy. But after that, like in this case, the sphagnum moss is just all up in it and the roots is all in it. So how are you supposed to like really get it off? I guess you don't, which is also concerning. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel the breakage of the roots. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. There's just more and more roots breaking. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's not what I really want, because you want a consistent medium, you know, in your potting. But all I hear is roots snapping, and that is something chills down my spine. So we will just do it like so. Yeah, if you guys have any tips on what to do in this case, because I feel like there is no removing the root. I mean, removing the roots. Removing the sphagnum moss, because if you try to do that, you're just going to break off all its little roots. What's the point of that? I could probably have potted this up a little bit higher, but it's okay. I'm a little bit sad about what just happened. All right, I hope that takes and we are good. All right, now that we've potted everything up, it's time to water up. So just put it all here. Yeah, if you guys have any tips about what to do with things you've propagated in sphagnum moss, I guess I've heard Summer Rain Oats talk about this, and she just leaves it in, which I just find not having a consistent medium to, I don't know, it messes with watering and how, yeah, how the roots are picking up moisture and nutrients, things like that. So yeah, when I give this initial watering, I will water it through a lot until the water leaks out through the bottom. So you want to give it a good drink after its surgery. So yeah, if you guys want me to do a video on begonias, or the begonias I have anyway, I'd be happy to do that and share that with you guys. It feels good when you have, you know, done a good mommy deed for the day, isn't it? You're taking care of your plants. Sometimes what's also good when you're watering is to go back and water it again, because it just, especially the cocoa peat, was really dry. I've been really scared of like keeping moist soil around of any kind because there's been fungus gnats everywhere. That's been driving me crazy. These leaves holding so much water. I forgot to mention to you guys before, yesterday I bought a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. I think it's 34%. And my plan is to dilute some and put it into my water to help kill the fungus gnats. I will let you know how that goes, but this is my second watering with it, It doesn't sizzle as much as the hydrogen peroxide that I was getting from the pharmacy, or, well, I got it once. So I don't know if it's working the same way. I hope it is. Is it supposed to sizzle every, fizzle every time? Maybe yes, if you're using the 3% one. I don't know, if you've used the 34% hydrogen peroxide diluted mix and you hear sizzling, let me know, because maybe I'm diluting it too much. But what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna bring it over to the sink and I'm gonna empty it out. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, put them below. We would love to hear from you. And until next time, happy growing.